December 20th, 2022. It's just another day at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Passengers arrive and depart as the facility functions as expected. But one patron of the airport tries to take advantage of the normalcy. Airport security witnessed a man snatching 2 bags off the luggage carousel and sprinting away from the area. This chest cam footage shows an officer chasing the suspect down. When he catches up to the suspect, 29-year-old Chase Pittman, he has already been stopped by another officer at the MARTA station before he was able to escape on the train.
Listen, you got him?
I want
Turn around. Turn around.
I want to take man.
Well, you got him. What you gonna do with him?
No, I'm finna.
The officer wrestles Pittman to the ground as another officer comes up to secure the suspect. The second officer makes sure to let the thief know that he is not one to be messed with.
Oh, you don't do it now. So don't get ugly with me now. I'm the wrong person. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm the wrong one now.
The bags were eventually returned to the rightful owner, and Pittman was booked in Clayton County Jail under charges of theft. April 5th, 2023. Mitchell International Airport has had an issue with rental cars being stolen for the past several years, but police stopped a theft in progress on this day. Chest cam footage shows the moment police caught up with 23-year-old Sean Jabot as he tried to make his escape in a stolen car.
Stop driving now! Get your hands up! Turn off the car!
In his attempted theft, Jabot drove over spike strips that rendered most of the vehicle's tires useless. With police bearing down on him, guns drawn, he had no choice but to exit the vehicle.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get your hand on the ground! Do it now! Get on the ground!
After an intense struggle, Jabot manages to break free of the several officers and make a run for it. He continues on foot even after being tased by one of the officers.
This is not real, come on!
He's running on 119.
Police eventually catch up with him again and secure him over the hood of one of their vehicles. As he's questioned and other officers search the stolen car, Jabot's mental state is brought into question as he tells police, "I'm not all there. I just need some help, that's all."
I'm not all there. I'm not all there right now, man. I just need help. That's all.
As 2 officers go through Jabot's belongings, they discover another set of keys, leading them to believe that he had attempted to steal another car earlier in the day.
Did I hear you say earlier that you tried to get into a second car?
There's another set of keys in there for a Honda.
Jabot faces charges that include operating a vehicle without the owner's consent and criminal damage to property. May 11th, 2018. The Florida heat can make people crazy, but that wasn't the only thing that had 25-year-old John T. Greenwood tweaking at Daytona Beach International Airport. Footage of the incident shows an officer searching for somebody near the baggage claim of one of the airport's terminals. You won't believe what jumps out of the shadows.
Should I go? I'm going that way. Here it is. Here it is.
Get on the ground!
To his surprise, a naked man springs out of the darkness of the cargo area. The nude suspect, John T. Greenwood, is clearly distressed, as he mutters things like, "This place is going to blow up," and "You're going to blow up too." Officers repeatedly order him to get on his belly. He doesn't comply, and one of the officers tases him.
Take the blow up! Get on your belly, sir! Get on your belly!
Put your hands behind your back.
Hands behind your back, you get tased.
Greenwood continues to thrash and resist as the officer holding him down asks him what he had taken. After several attempts, Greenwood admits he was on Molly.
This is not Xanax. What are you on, buddy? They're gonna need to know when to treat you. Molly, sir.
In a moment of lucidity, Greenwood levels with the officer and tells him he just wants to leave, even offering to take the taser probes out of himself. The officer declines.
I just want to get out of here, bro. I'm naked. I'll go to jail. I'll go wherever the hell you want me to go, man. Book me. But get me the hell out of here, please.
They've got to come pull these taser probes out of you.
What if I pull them out?
No.
Is that legal?
In a moment that wasn't recorded, Greenwood states that he planted a bomb in the airport, and the rest of the footage shows the police searching for the explosives, but none were found. The airport resumed operation shortly after. Greenwood was charged with burglary, false reporting of a bomb, criminal mischief, resisting arrest, and exposure of sexual organs. June 16, 2019. A man named Brandon Gannis causes American Airlines Flight 2840 to make an emergency landing at Will Rogers World Airport just 20 minutes away from its destination. What did he do? He had a few too many drinks. Police footage shows officers entering the plane after it landed, and being spurred on by other passengers to take care of the issue.
Go get him. Go get him. I'm going to slip out of the way for you in a second. I'm going to crouch a little bit, all right?
The three officers struggle to apprehend the drunken passenger in the close quarters of the aircraft, but they manage to get the handcuffs on him and walk him out. The other passengers on the plane clap as he is handcuffed. Police get Gannis off the plane and walk him to the terminal as he asks them why he's being arrested or detained. His own slurred speech should have been a dead giveaway for him.
Thanks for grabbing that for me, Rob. What is the charges? Publicly drunk in the city of Oklahoma City. I don't know how it's confusing unless you're publicly drunk. Okay, well.
The footage ends as two of the officers take Gannis out of the airport while the third returns to the plane to get witness statements. Apparently, Gannis had become such an issue in transit that they had to restrain the man in his chair. However, that didn't stop him from continuing to shout obscenities and create disturbances until police arrived. Gannis was charged with public intoxication, resisting arrest, assault and battery, and disorderly conduct. July 2, 2023. 38-year-old Tiffany Gomez became the butt of every internet joke when she had a meltdown on a flight from Dallas to Orlando. Footage uploaded to TikTok by user @TexasAndSand shows Gomez in a distressed state, saying she needs to get off the flight.
Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the f*** off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the f*** off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two f***s, but I am telling you right now that right there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
In words that have been branded into the internet for all time, Gomez claims that someone at the back of the plane is not real, and that every other passenger can either get off or perish with him. As they searched the airport for Gomez to place her under arrest, they came across the man she claimed was not real. Unsurprisingly, he is real.
No, it's okay. Yeah, she just pushing me like, you are the part of the, I don't know who's talking to in the phone. Okay. So I was just sitting right here, and she just got me pushing me, and then she just...
Did she say anything before that to you? No?
No.
And you didn't say anything to her?
No.
Are you okay? You hurt?
Yeah. No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Okay. Yeah.
The police then finally find Gomez just outside the airport. She doesn't seem distressed anymore, though she is combative with police. After several minutes of questioning, she shares a few salty words with the officers and they depart. Gomez was never arrested.
So, whenever you get out of
My dad's a cop.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions for us?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Like we get the
Okay. You have a nice day.
About a month later, Gomez came forward to begin some kind of apology tour to repair her name and reputation, or to, alternatively, turn her 15 minutes of fame into a lucrative social media presence. Only time will tell. January 20th, 2023. Some people love their pets, but for people like Yao Paulo de Costa, their animals are their entire lives.
Where's my dog? Where's my dog? 4 dogs! 4 dogs! I can't see my dogs! Where's my dogs? I want to see my dogs! Show my dogs!
DaCosta, a breeder who is traveling from a dog competition in the Philippines, can be seen having an absolute meltdown in the middle of the airport. The reason? Airport staff told him he couldn't see his dogs.
You're crazy, my dogs!
Son, don't
This
say
is my
this.
life, my children! My children! I want to see my doggies!
The entirety of his tantrum was captured by several different people and uploaded to social media. DaCosta screams, cries, thrashes, and throws himself onto the floor as the people around him go about their business. After creating such a scene, he was eventually allowed to see his dogs. They were in the cargo hold of the flight that had been canceled. He calmed down soon after. Later, he took to Instagram to explain himself, saying he was overtaken by a supernatural force. He wasn't charged with anything, but embarrassing footage of yourself on the internet is a life sentence. December 22, 2022. 25-year-old Camelia McMillie lost track of her children at Miami-Dade Airport on her way to New York City. She didn't handle it very well. Several patrons of the airport caught her meltdown from different angles, all of which made the rounds on social media shortly after the event. Apparently, McMillie's children walked away to use the bathroom without telling her. When she realized her children weren't around her, she went into panic mode, tearing apart airport equipment and yelling at the top of her lungs. In her rage, McMillie ripped a boarding pass reading machine off of a wooden counter, breaking the machine and the surface it was mounted on. She then grabbed a computer monitor and threw it at an airport employee, who suffered an injury to their shoulder. McMillie caused over $10,000 worth of damage and was charged with disorderly conduct, criminal mischief, and aggravated battery. She was jailed and held on a bond of $13,000. December 13, 2022. Demetrius Flannery Jr. is an actor known for his role in 50 Cent's crime series BMF, but he almost got into some real-life trouble at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport in 2022. Police footage shows the moment that Flannery, also known as rapper Little Meech, was found with a Glock 19 in his carry-on bag. As soon as it's picked up on the security scanner, Flannery appears to panic.
What's that? It looks like there's firearms in it.
Sir, listen, I swear to God, I'm not putting that bag. That's my little brother's bag. Sir, listen, I swear to God, sir.
He immediately tries to reason with the TSA agent that his security guards left the gun in his bag. He claims to be a minor despite being 22 at the time, but otherwise fully cooperates with the agent as he is put in handcuffs and the matter is investigated. The first person he thinks to call in the stressful situation? His mother.
Sir, my ID's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, sir, listen, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not pack my bag.
Well, we can get that all straightened out
Please,
after the fact, okay?
Thank you.
But until then, I have to put you in handcuffs until we figure this out.
Okay.
Okay, you understand that?
Can I call my mom or somebody? Please?
We'll do that after.
Okay.
All right, just turn around for me, be cooperative. Everything's on video and audio surveillance. Plus, I'm on body cam. You understand that?
Sure, yes, I understand.
Okay. This is just for your safety and everybody else around you because there's guns involved, okay, or possible guns. We have to confirm it. Okay, X-ray doesn't tell us 100%, okay? It just says there's a possibility, and that's what it appears to be. You understand? Do you have anything else on you at this point?
No, sir, I promise I don't.
Okay.
Flannery continues to plead with the agent despite the de-escalated situation, saying he would never bring a gun on a flight. At one point, even says that his mother is a flight attendant.
I have security guards, sir.
Okay.
See how much jewelry I have on me?
Listen, it's that's okay if you got that. The problem is bringing it into the checkpoint.
Sir, but I would
Just have
never
a seat
do that.
for me.
My mom's a flight attendant.
Just have a seat.
I would never do that, sir.
A police officer approaches and the TSA agent fills him in on the situation. The footage ends as Flannery explains to the second officer who he is.
If what you're telling me is true, we can work things out. Okay?
Please, officer, please. I'm working.
But there's procedures we have to follow. It looks like possibly 2 guns and few mags. He's saying that he's an actor and he has private security guards.
Does he have
didn't
security
pack-
weapons permission?
No, he doesn't have a.
Listen, sir, I was going to tell you.
His ID and everything's supposedly in the bag.
Listen, sir, I want to tell you 1 second.
The actor/rapper was ultimately found innocent and no charges were filed. March 2nd, 2021. Nobody likes dealing with the stresses of airports. Security checks, baggage weight limits, strict departure times, it's a lot. People have developed different ways of dealing with these stresses, but unfortunately for one Spirit flyer, her method resulted in a missed flight. What'd she do? She got drunk and fell asleep at the airport bar. In this footage received by an officer at Fort Lauderdale International Airport, we see the moment they arrive at the Spirit terminal to handle the situation.
Okay.
Bro, are you serious?
Las Vegas flight?
You called the cops?
You're not, listen, you're not being...
Listen, I'm not fucking intoxicated. I can get on the fucking plane. I cannot fucking afford the next fucking ticket. So where the fuck is the manager and who the fuck paying for my next fucking ticket? Because I'm not paying for this shit.
She is the manager.
Okay, then you'll get paid for the fucking ticket for me to get to California. Because I'm not paying for this. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not fucking intoxicated.
From the first seconds of footage, it's clear to see that this interaction is not going to go well. The prospective passenger claims to not be intoxicated, but she is also extremely irate and irrational. To try to get a better handle on what happened, the officer attempts to speak to the passenger.
Let's start from the beginning, all right?
You want to start from the top?
All right, yeah. You obviously arrived here, and what happened when you got here?
I don't know. I was literally sleeping.
Listen, I'm standing right here.
I was fucking sleeping, waiting for the plane, bro.
Where, over here?
Literally right there, yes.
Okay, so then what happened?
Yes.
So then what happened? Well, you were sleeping, you woke up.
I woke up to them complaining about me. I don't understand what the problem is.
What were they complaining
I just want to get on the plane. I just want to go home.
All right, I understand. Let me see your ID so I can get some information.
By her own admission, she was asleep waiting for the plane to board. She allegedly woke up to a flight that had already taken off, but that's just her side of the story. She continues to make her case until she completely loses her cool and throws a tantrum, screaming at the top of her lungs and shoving some equipment off the gate desk.
I'm not paying for this.
I'm not talking about.
I'm not paying for it. I'm not doing that.
I'm not saying you have to pay for anything.
I want to go home. I want to go home. And she's me to.
All right. If you don't stop now, you're gonna have to come with me and go to the county jail. If that's what you want, that's what we can do. It's up to you right now.
The officer convinces her to come with him by letting her know that she can be arrested for what she's doing, so she begins to walk. It's not long before another tantrum strikes, however, and she is then placed in handcuffs.
That's the only two choices we have.
Where do you want me to go? What the f*** do you want me to talk about the same thing I just fucking told you? The same f***ing thing I just f***ing told you!
You put your hand behind your back.
No, I'm not getting arrested. Chill, I'm not getting arrested. Bro, no. I don't need to get arrested, bro. I'm fine. I'm listening to you. We're talking, bro.
No, you're not listening.
Yes, I am. You don't need to arrest me.
You do.
No, you don't. You don't need to arrest me.
The officers then walk the woman out of the airport as she pleads with them for several minutes. They then get her to a police vehicle, pat her down, and load her in the back of the car. The sleepy passenger was charged with public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. September 19th, 2021. Our final meltdown comes to us courtesy of the beautiful city of Orlando, Florida. Just before midnight, police responded to a disturbance at Gate 28 where a Spirit Airlines employee was hit by a passenger. According to the police report, the passenger asked the employee for a different seat on the flight and was told that she had to board the plane last after her seat was changed. What happens next is nothing short of unbelievable. Chest cam footage shows when police arrived at the gate, where the striker, a woman named Victoria Ramirez, was waiting just outside the entrance to the plane with the gate agent she hit, Yashira Bruna Garcia. The atmosphere is completely tense, and Garcia states she wants to press charges.
Everything, I'm gonna press charges. All right. No, I want to help you.
Okay?
That's it. Something holding warning? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Ramirez has an officer separate from the group to talk to her closer to the plane, where she tries to make her case. She seems passionate and begins to make a good point, but then she first claims to be a cop, then a veteran, then pregnant, and finally a sheriff.
That's a problem as a cop. We judge one side. So don't judge one side. Listen to me and let me show you. But I'm not lying. I'm going to show you everything that you ask. I'm a cop. I'm a veteran. So I'm going to show you my paperwork and I'm going to show you she's fine. Don't judge one side. I'm pregnant. My husband, who's a sheriff in the army, like myself, I'm a sheriff. I'm a sheriff myself. He's also a sheriff in Arkansas. I just came from Arkansas.
As Ramirez rambles on, the officers with her break the news that she won't be flying and that she needs to exit the gate with them. She begins to put up a fight and ask why, but she eventually cooperates. But not before muttering what was probably a veiled threat to Garcia on her way out.
You're not gonna grab, you're not gonna fly, so
Ma'am, you're not gonna fly.
Why?
Because they're not gonna allow it.
Why?
Come on.
Because they said so. It doesn't matter. We have to go
But
now.
why? I'm paid for it.
Ma'am,
I'm paid for it.
driver's license, and we need to go now.
All right, but I'm paid
If you
for
do
it.
not do this, I do not want to put you in handcuffs.
All right, but I'm paid for it.
Understood.
we can talk up there.
We can talk up there.
Right? Thank you. Appreciate your cooperation, all right?
When Ramirez exits the gate with the cops in tow, all of the passengers waiting outside the gate to board their flight began to clap. It seems that Ramirez is very unpopular everywhere she goes tonight.
Just leave it for me. You can go with her. Baby, let's go over there.
As passengers continue to clap and berate her on her way out, the officers have to basically drag her away from the gate to avoid even more confrontation. After officers try to get her to go to their office, Ramirez begins to scream that she's having a miscarriage repeatedly. She can tell the officers aren't buying it, so she removes her pants in an attempt to convince them. The situation is getting increasingly embarrassing.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm in pain! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Ramirez continues to scream, argue, and berate the officers with her for 10 minutes, pantsless. It takes her roughly another 3 minutes of lecturing the cops to get her pants all the way back up. Curiously, her baby is now fine as she decides to kick back and to wait for justice to come. She claims that the lawsuit she's going to bring will be an easy win due to some kind of device she has in her hair that's recording everything.
Major beauty about it is that I recorded everything. You don't even know that I got in my hair that's recording everything, so I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
The battle rages on for several more minutes, and then the ambulance that Ramirez so desperately needed just a little while ago arrives. She begins to act strangely, and even more combative. But even more confusingly, she's refusing and even ignoring the medical help that she requested.
Forget about my son right now. Right now, forget about my kid. Right now, we care about making justice. You don't blame me, and you don't blame me. You told me that I was lying. You let, shut up, I'm not talking to you.
Later, Ramirez begins to relay the story of her night to the medical staff and officers who have just arrived. Ramirez's abuse goes on, and they take the opportunity to place her in handcuffs.
You gotta get her a flight. Really?
Victoria, calm down. I heard you now. You said it to me.
Leave me alone.
Secura,
Leave me alone.
you're under arrest. Put her.
Hey, you wanna know? You see the bracelet that you touching?
Make sure you
You see that bracelet that you touching?
With Ramirez finally in custody, the officers place her in a wheelchair and wheel her out of the airport where a police vehicle is waiting to take her away. But just when it all seems like it's coming to an end, Ramirez decides to buy some time.
Where am I going?
Jail.
Where?
To Orange County Jail.
Where's Orange County? But where am I going? I know. But where's that at? Why?
After a little more thrashing, the officers are able to get Ramirez into the vehicle. Ramirez continues to yell something inside the car non-stop the entire time. She was charged with battery and disorderly conduct.